From high on the hilltop in Big D.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on a TCU head coach. My rule is to get me from the game.
SMU, the freaking Pony Express, man.
SMU, they better be in the dang playoffs.
You are listening to the Mustang Mood Podcast. Yes, you are. You're listening to the Mustang Mood Podcast, but SMU is not in the dang playoffs, as Dabo clearly stated there. We're rather in the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl, 46th annual Trust and Will Holiday Bowl.
I trust that the Mustangs will win that game.
Yep, and hopefully go undefeated in 2026. That's what we're looking for.
No.
Anyway, this is the Mustang Mood. I'm Jake Healer. I'm here with my good pal, George Carson.
Howdy.
And Yonnic Land, friend of the pod, George.
Yeah, I've been on a few times.
Several times now. But yeah.
I think he's our most often
I'm like the
non-official member.
By far the most informed person who's ever been on the Mustang Mood podcast.
Yeah, that's true. I've had a couple.
That's
couple
true.
tips that the Mustang Mood had it first. So
hey, well, the Mustang Mood had it first because George told me
That's
that
right.
about his dentist.
yeah,
Anyway, real.
I
fan
got all sorts. I got all sorts of sources, not just my dentist.
Anyway,
No,
SMU
good.
taking on the Arizona Wildcats on January 2nd. Gus Johnson is calling this game, and that's one thing
I guess
I'm
it's
excited
a Fox
about.
game, yeah.
Is his call. Hopefully Kevin Jennings does something crazy and we get an iconic Gus Johnson call. Maybe we can add it to the intro for next season.
I
That
was
would be
intro just now. Like, well, first of all, that Sonny Dykes moment, that was unbelievable. Every time I hear that intro, it reminds me. The other
Doesn't get
thing,
better.
I heard Dabo in the intro. Did y'all hear the interesting news out of Clemson today? Garrett Riley has been fired.
Really?
Yes, that made me think of it, and that came out this afternoon. Yeah,
He's got a history at SMU, right?
he was our OC.
And we need someone to fill a position. What position's open at SMU right now?
The OC. But consider that he was the OC of the team we beat by like 20 this year or whatever we beat them by.
Yeah, but their quarterback was hurt.
Yeah.
Cade Klubnik.
Also, he's got Sonny stench all over him. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right, at least
that
went to
correct.
Miami
Yeah.
to cleanse himself.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I have no problem. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I was just going to say, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I have no problem with Rhett calling plays. I don't think he's a bad play caller. And I think everyone overreacts a little bit when that's just my thought.
You know what, Yonnic? I'm glad you brought that up. This is our Holiday Bowl preview, but I think maybe it's some time to clear. Just like we've had a few weeks since the Cal game, and so there's like time to, I guess, reflect on the season and reflect on our strong opinions that maybe we don't hold so much anymore. And I was, after the Wake Forest game, I was pretty dead set on Rhett needed to stop calling plays. I am less so that way now. I used to think that it was going to hold us back. But I've looked around, I've done a little bit more research, and like, I think I didn't understand before how common it is for really good head coaches to call plays, whether that be offense or defense, but it's actually pretty common. And so I don't think it'll hold us back. I do think we need a more active offensive coordinator, one that, I don't know,
Calls the touchdown play more often.
I'd be okay with that. But glad for Casey Woods, excited for him. We'll see him back at Ford next year.
That's right.
As
we
the
will.
Missouri State Bears come back to the Metroplex, as they played in Frisco, like the day they hired Casey Woods at the Star in a bowl game. There's like 4 bowl games happening at the Star.
Yeah, I did not realize that like
The Frisco Bowl moved
the
there.
Frisco Bowl moved. I've never actually been in there.
Into the Star. The only time I was there was we had a practice in the Star this
Okay.
year, and the media got to go to that. But
Is it like a real stadium? Because I feel like they do high school games there sometimes too. Like how many can it hold?
I bet it holds like 6,000.
It's a decent number. Yeah.
That's
Like a
probably
really
enough for
big high
whatever
school.
bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, as long as like SMU or UNT or aren't playing in the Frisco Bowl, then I think that's plenty. I think like it was Ohio and in like Toledo
Yeah.
playing.
I also noticed I didn't watch much of it, but I saw some clips from the First Responders Bowl at Ford. They painted the end zones and stuff
Yeah.
this year, which
There was-
was nice.
It was crazy. There was no like outline of a Mustang back behind.
And honestly, that's probably good. That's just how bowls kind of should be. It's kind of dumb when it's just like the regular old teams end zones in there.
Okay, speaking of bowl end zones, have y'all seen the Holiday Bowl end zones?
I have not.
No, I haven't
Yonnic,
yet.
have you seen it?
No.
Let me pull it up right here for George. But if you'll look it up, no, this is.
I'm gonna
riveting.
guess they are both red and blue.
Actually, believe it or not, they're not. It's a snowman surfing, and it says Holiday Bowl.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty sick.
It's right there.
Oh, I like that. That is
So that's
cool.
what the end zone is going to look like at Snapdragon Field.
That's pretty sweet.
Is a
Yeah, that's
snowman.
pretty
So
great.
both sides will have the same one. So I guess our logo won't be on the field, but honestly, if it's not
That's
going to be on
fine.
the field, at least it's got that.
There'll be confetti all over the field anyway at the end, so that'll go on.
Well, okay, and then let's start jumping into the game. Fafita, Arizona's quarterback, not particularly turnover prone, but the Mustangs will be looking to kind of tackle that. Only 5 interceptions this season, so we'll see how that goes. I was watching some highlights just a few minutes ago of their game against Baylor, and I would say that they matched up pretty similar to SMU. The game looked like what the SMU game would have looked like had our defense showed up at all in the fourth quarter.
And I wrote down Arizona's schedule. Looks like they played Baylor week 13. They won 41-17. If we played Baylor week 13, I think we probably would have won. Maybe not by how many is that? 24, but we would have won. I think.
What did the Baylor game end up?
Yeah, I
what
think
was
so
our
too.
score?
It was double overtime. We lost by either 3 or 6.
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
So I
It
guess
was 3. Yeah.
so, but
But we
was,
were up by
38,
15 in the fourth
38,
quarter.
right?
So
Yeah.
It was 38-38. The score 41-17. I think if our defense, if we stop them twice, I mean, we're in the same
Yeah.
ballpark as them.
But I mean, I also feel like you cannot take a common opponent like Baylor
yeah,
to mean really anything in this matchup.
week 2 versus
Yeah.
week 13.
That was just more me lamenting because the Baylor loss was a bad loss. We should not have lost that game. You're talking about reflecting on the
No.
season. I think the loss to TCU stung a lot because of the circumstances around it. But I think as far as just on the field, it was just kind of a loss, a typical loss, if you will. And I think Cal is kind of similar. Like
Yeah.
Cal's weird. The Wake Forest and Baylor games, though, we should have won those. It's embarrassing that we lost those. So
Yeah. Did we ever get the
Yeah.
lead in the Cal game?
I mean, Cal just lost to Hawaii.
yeah, we did. We had
Yeah,
it.
we had the lead.
With 2 minutes and 22 seconds left, we had the
We've
lead.
led in every
We
game.
led every single game in the fourth quarter this season. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we did. I mean, we had that. If I remember right, the TCU lead was for like not very long at all in the fourth quarter, but
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they
like
they scored on
maybe
the next drive.
minute
but,
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
I
all
mean,
those
I
games
just
were within our
still
reach.
Think of the Hoover pass that just floated in the air.
He's in the transfer
for years.
portal.
I did see that. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
opted out of the Alamo
Crazy.
Bowl, which I believe is tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe I think they're playing USC. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
But-
But like, why
anyway,
do you
so-
think he did that? It seems kind of strange.
Maybe there's more furry conventions elsewhere. I've
San
I-
Antonio,
okay.
notoriously not?
Well, earlier this year, I was trying to look up where furry conventions were when in Dallas, and there was a reason for this. I don't know if y'all have seen the little Andrew McCutcheon video
Oh, sure.
on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was going to try and see if that applied to Josh Hoover in his TCU football games, but there's really no. I think
There was no crossover.
the one big furry convention in Dallas was in like April or something every year, and so
That's why he played football.
yeah, that's why he plays football.
hmm
If we played basketball or baseball, we'd be in
Yeah,
trouble.
we'd be in big trouble.
Anyway, so SMU 8-4 taking on the 9-3 Arizona Wildcats. Kind of sneaky, the 17th ranked team in the land. Pretty impressive record. Beat Arizona State to end the season.
They whooped them
Yeah. Like we said, they beat it
23-7 at at Arizona State.
Yeah, their senior day, they beat up on Baylor, and then they beat Cincinnati, who was ranked at the time. Let's see.
They're on a 5-game winning streak. Their losses were
Really?
They got smoked when they went to Iowa State in late September. They lost in double overtime at home versus BYU, and they lost at Houston by 3. I remember seeing that game on TV, and one team was wearing like red, white, red, and the other was wearing red, red, white. And it was the most awful looking uniform matchup I think I've ever seen in my life.
I'm looking at that right now.
Jay's got it pulled up. It's horrible.
Disgusting.
Go find a clip from Arizona at Houston. It's the worst thing you've ever seen.
Just right on the homepage of ESPN. It just shows you right there. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, and they lost last.
Arizona wore uniforms that had 0 blue on them against Houston.
Yeah, you're right. They're both in red and white.
Makes total sense.
Oh, that's awful.
That's something.
I think that should be illegal. The NCAA needs to
agree.
have a rule against that.
Yeah.
All right. So Noah Fafita. Definitely I'm interested to see how this goes. 26 touchdown passes this year, 5 interceptions, and almost 3,000 yards through the air. I would say that he's got some kind of Kevin Jennings in him. It looks like he's kind of a mobile guy, and definitely fairly accurate, can throw. They can beat us on the ground and through the air, which I think that we could do as well.
I feel like compared to Kevin, he doesn't have as high of a ceiling, but he has a higher floor.
Yeah.
Kevin either has a masterpiece of a game or he really struggles.
Yep.
I feel like Fafita is a little more consistent.
Yeah.
So
I think that's pretty accurate.
I really think that this game's SMU's to decide. If we show up and we want to play well, if we don't, play like we did against Baylor in the fourth quarter, or Wake Forest the entire game, or Cal for 3/4 of the game, then I think that it'll be a really fun, great game. There's also a world where no one on the SMU roster cares very much. And, I think bowl games are becoming harder and harder to.
Yeah, I did see something today from the head coach of Arizona. I think his name's Brent Brennan. He said that they're not going to announce any opt-outs or anything for the game. He said there may be some, but he said the buy-in's pretty good so far. I think this is a quote from a few days ago, but I just saw it today. So I don't know what to expect really from either of these teams from opt-outs. I think Arizona had like an O lineman in the transfer portal. Maybe that's something we can take advantage of. But
yeah. Oh, we haven't talked about the super sad news out of SMU. Offensive line.
Has there not been a podcast since this drop?
I don't think we've talked about our friend of the show, King Large, hitting the portal. It's a sad day. Let's pour one out for him. Sad that he's going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Glad for the time.
The first person we ever had on the Mustang mood was King Large.
Yeah. Didn't y'all stream college football?
Bro,
25 with it?
Yeah.
My wife was just talking about that the other day. My wife
we
thinks
did
so highly of King Large. He came over to our house and we played video games. And it was a blast. Yeah. It was so much fun.
Awesome.
It was really cool.
I think he beat both of us, right?
Oh, he crushed us.
Yeah,
he was on.
I don't think it was
varsity
close.
We were playing rookie, and he was still crushing us.
Yeah. It was. The dude had some skill.
He really did. He still probably does. He still probably crush us on Xbox. But anyway, I'm excited to see this game. I think kind of similar to what you were talking about earlier with the Jennings and Fafita kind of battle. The opposite is true for the score outcome. I think if SMU wins, it'll be like a close game. It'll be a really interesting game. I don't see SMU running away with this game.
Yeah, I mean,
we did against.
I feel like we also have a lot of bowl PTSD.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah,
we have not won a bowl game since.
Most of them. Well, since I've started following SMU in 2017, we have not won a bowl game. Only one of them has been close. I guess.
Yeah,
the Fenway Bowl was That was a 9-point game. I don't know if you count that as close. It's close compared to the rest of them, but
Yeah, it's not been good
Arizona
for us.
would have the opportunity to kind of blow us out of the water if we don't have the right buy-in, which we've shown the propensity to do this season. So
yeah. And I think we had, well, I mean, last year was a playoff game, so obviously you're going to buy in for that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think the lights won't be as bright, which I guess stinks, but it'll help us.
Yeah. I like it. January 2nd, new year, kind of in San Diego. I love San Diego. Like, if you just isolate a city, like a patch of ground on Earth, San Diego is particularly blessed in my mind. I think very highly of it.
See, I think it's cursed because the last time I tried to go to San Diego, there was literally a hurricane, and I couldn't go.
Yeah, I forgot.
But when I was really young, I went to Legoland, and that was awesome. So
I was there a couple years ago, and it was a great time.
I've heard very good things. So.
I wish we were going. I'm not going to be able to make it out this year, but
this is a fairly new stadium too. It's like 3 years old.
Because they blew up the old one.
Right.
All right. Yonnic, do you have any other thoughts on the matchup?
No, I like what Carson said about I think their quarterback is like a Kevin Jennings with a higher floor. I think this is a risky game for us. Like you said, we've struggled to get true buy-in for bowl games. And personally, I just don't have a high opinion of bowl games. I mean, I think the Big 12 could go 12-0 versus the SEC and non-playoff bowl games, and I don't think it would mean anything. Just because I just don't think these teams are. It would be funny. Oh no, it'd be funny. Honestly, it'd be hilarious. Either the Big 12 or the Big 10, or the SEC or the Big 10. But it's just the games don't mean a whole lot anymore ever since the playoff expansion. That's one of the reasons why I've been so vocal from the get-go of not expanding the playoffs. But that being said, I think the good news is that we haven't, other than King Large, we haven't had any guys really opt out that have been huge. I mean, Amari Abor, I don't know if I said that right. He entered the transfer portal again. He actually entered the transfer portal last year, but he didn't leave. That's tough on the defensive line rotation, but we haven't had a lot of transfer guys like portaling out. I think we had one other guy that looked like they might be sad that he left too, but DJ Warner, but really have kept the team together for the most part, despite some tough games this season. And so I think if anything, it'll be good practice for trying to figure out who's going to be kind of our key players next year. And so I'm looking at this game as more of a workup game.
Yeah. I do have one more thought, just based on, I guess a thought that carries over from the Cal game. What if Isaiah Wokobia, is he healthy? Is he going to play?
No, I think so. I think I saw that he accepted like a Senior Bowl.
I did see he was going to the Senior Bowl because he did. I think we win the Cal game if Isaiah Wokobia is playing for all of it, because they got some deep balls that I think could have been prevented with a better secondary out there. Man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You see anything, Yonnic?
Well,
I'm going to miss him.
I don't think there's been any news. Yeah. If we had some, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't think there's any news on his health, but I assume that he's going to play for at least part of the game. But I also expect us to play some more young guys.
Season right there. This if that doesn't matter anyway. If only. 4 times this season. Yeah. If only.
All right. Well, I've got a
little but it's tough to win games when you have the 132nd best pass defense in the country, and we had frankly decent safeties. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get some freshmen in. I mean, we had a couple times where we rotated some freshmen in the corner, and they weren't worse. I think it'd be good to get those guys some playing time.
I think Barnes.
It's really hard to get worse than 132nd. I agree. Barnes is the one that I was thinking of.
I think Barnes was maybe already an upgrade over Deuce Harmon, who was horrible.
I think
early
he
season.
was.
He got better as the
I think as
season
soon as he
on.
went in, it actually felt better.
Yeah. But,
You can
Yep.
blame A&M for that. Deuce Armand.
yeah.
Friggin' Aggies.
Ugh.
All right, George, you've got some facts for us.
I do.
I'm ready to-
So I did a little research earlier today just about Arizona, kind of the all-time series, as well as SMU's kind of historic bowl performances. So we'll start with the all-time series. We've played Arizona twice before in the past. The first was in 1938. SMU won in Dallas 29-7. And in 1985, Arizona won in Tucson 28-6. So this is the rubber match. We've been waiting 40 years for the rubber match between these two very
Right.
long-time heated rivals.
I think that 1938 squad is still they might be in the locker room reminding Arizona.
Yeah, the all-time point differential in this series, if you were counting, is 0.
It won't be on Saturday.
Yeah, so
It's a true rubber match.
yes, and it's at a neutral site too.
That's awesome.
So true rubber match on Friday. I also did a little digging into our history in January bowl games. We are 3-2-1 all time in January bowl games. Our first one we play. I don't even think this is a real bowl. The Dixie Classic in 1925. We lost to West Virginia Wesleyan.
Oh, those Methodists from
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Yeah. Then in 1936, we lost to Stanford in the Rose Bowl. In 48, we tied with Penn State in the Cotton Bowl. In 49, we beat Oregon in the Cotton Bowl. And our next two January bowl games were both wins against Pitt. One of them is the 1983 Cotton Bowl, which next time we play Pitt in Dallas, I got to get me one of those T-shirts.
Okay, yeah.
Little side note, I saw someone wear those. I'm like, man, I wish I gotten one last year. And then the other one, we beat Pitt in the Compass Bowl in 2012.
So I was actually looking that up earlier because I was curious because I knew we had won games on January 1st before. Like we had won New Year's Day, but that BVA Compass
That was on the
Bowl
7th.
was on the 7th, which is the latest SMU has ever won a game.
Interesting.
Maybe the latest we've ever played a game too,
So
or earliest, depends on that.
now for some Holiday Bowl history. This is Arizona's third Holiday Bowl. Both of their previous appearances were against Nebraska. They won the first one, and they lost the second one 33-0. That is the only shutout in Holiday Bowl history.
Really?
Yes. So they have officially the lowest score ever in Holiday Bowl history. This is SMU's second Holiday Bowl.
We don't talk about the first.
Yes, the first one was the 1980 Holiday Bowl against BYU, where BYU won 46-45. And you know what? I think that's all I have to say about that game.
Yep.
There's nothing else to say. So if you want to learn more about the rest of that boring game, you can look it up. But
you
there's
don't
really
want to know
nothing
more
to
about
tell.
that game.
And then lastly, I did a little digging on Arizona just as a school. I had totally forgotten that Kevin Sumlin was their head coach.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you remember
Before
that?
he went to, was that before or after?
That was after. He was their head coach from
Oh,
2018 to 2020.
Yeah.
He was terrible there. Here's something that's super embarrassing for Arizona. So they play in what used to be called Arizona Stadium. Super old, super historic, opened in 1929. They renovated it countless times. Literally like late November this year, they sold the naming rights to a casino.
In the middle of the season, right?
Yeah, in like late November. I think they played the Baylor game was their first game.
Yeah. They only played one game in it this season.
Yeah,
as
like-
that.
That's so embarrassing. Selling a collegiate stadium naming rights to a casino.
It's whack.
But
Mm-hmm.
I also was looking. I think I've done this a couple times before when I've been on and we got a big matchup. If there's any interesting alumni from the University of Arizona,
Okay.
let's see who's on my list. I did not realize that Gronk went to Arizona.
Yep.
They've got most of their alumni list was sports people, especially NBA players.
They've had a good basketball program for a while.
Yeah, the only one that I think matters to maybe any of our listeners would be Jason Terry, who was a 2011 Maverick. They had Nick Foles, the quarterback, and Nick Folk, the kicker, which I found mildly amusing. There's a couple alumni on here. Let's see. For like you say, baseball is Kenny Lofton, Terry Francona. A couple alumni on here that I think are interesting because they have SMU connections. The first, when people talk about SMU's famous alumni, who gets brought up?
Kardashian.
Right, Kourtney Kardashian. But she only stayed for a couple years. Do you know why?
Transferred to Arizona?
Because she transferred to Arizona. Yeah. So, and honestly, that's not really a great alumni to have.
I guess
like it's kind of an annoying one
of SMU. She was
yeah,
a former student.
But like us in Arizona share in that shame. The other interesting name that jumped out of the page for when I was looking at the alumni was Adia Barnes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because she just came from
Yes,
Arizona.
I did not know that.
I didn't know we took her away from her alma mater.
I didn't either. Because it's like something like, is that? And sure enough, it was Adia Barnes. So I also didn't know was like played in the NBA or WNBA for a really long time.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wonder how
Barnes is our new women's basketball.
Yeah, right, yes, for those who
may have been
didn't make that connection immediately.
On their keyboard there just a second ago, searching that up.
I had to remind myself. Yeah, I was like, you said, and the other thing is, I have a little bit of a lag, and so I was like, I've heard Barnes, and I was like, I think I know it's the coach, but I had no idea that she came from Arizona, and I had no idea that she played in the WNBA. Those are both new to me, so I guess Arizona's done a couple of good things.
Yeah, apparently she had over 1,000 blocks, which is apparently a national high school record for women's basketball.
That's really cool.
That's also another fun fact about our esteemed women's basketball coach.
That's
awesome.
That's crazy. Over 1,000 blocks is nuts.
Yeah, I think the number is, I think it was 1,112 was the number on there.
1,100?
Yeah, 1,112 blocks.
Like that's like mind blowing how many, because you only play 30, 40 games each season.
If they play 30, 40 games each season, let's be nice and say if there's 40
games.
Yeah, that means she's getting 10 or 12 blocks a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a ludicrous number.
She's 5'11".
It must be tall for Arizona.
Yeah.
See,
but it is tall for.
Mm-hmm.
Or she's playing. Yeah.
Anyway, those are kind of the two big SMU Arizona connections alumni.
You missed one kind of special to me. It's my father-in-law. He actually we're completing his like trifecta of schools that he went to. He went to Baylor for undergrad, so we've played them already this season, and then he went to the University of Arizona for law school, and then he went to SMU to get like another like certificate or something of law, like tax law or something like that. And so now we're completing the trifecta for him of all the schools SMU is playing the other two schools he went to. So so happy to knock that off, and hopefully we go 1-1 in those games.
Yeah.
So, the clean sweep is not available anymore.
No, it is not. And it's not available next year either. Wow. I'm very upset about that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
The fact that we have postponed the big.
I wanted to go to Baylor.
It's even more annoying to me that like apparently not having 9 conference games was an option. Like
if you were Clemson or FSU or North Carolina, you could just not.
Because when we got rid of Baylor, I'm like, I assume everyone has to do it. No, apparently not. Apparently some teams are only going to play 8 next year.
And every year, someone won't.
Yeah, that's a little weird to me, too.
I think that's nuts.
I think we should just add Tulane and be done with it.
Oh, if we had to add one team, who would it be? That's not in a power conference.
I would want Tulane.
I like that idea.
Yeah, it's got to.
We need a friend.
Yeah, I think it's got to be
Tulane.
Tulane.
Yeah.
Or maybe Memphis. Memphis would be better for basketball, though.
But
I agree. Tulane.
I think Tulane.
I like Tulane more.
The academic.
Tulane is just us for green.
Yeah.
I
see that. Okay, I'm on board. What I really want is the Bluebonnet conference. of Duke and UNC and UVA, SMU, or maybe not the public schools. Maybe
Is it
just
because
like
we're all
private
blue?
schools. No, it's all the like private.
Yeah, I don't get the reference.
Academically,
Oh, yeah.
there was like a pitch for it in like the 80s or something.
So we need like Rice.
Yeah, Rice would be in it as well.
Wake Forest is
Vanderbilt,
private. I don't know.
I think
how
was
academic.
proposed to be in it as well. So
We should just get all the private schools in the country.
I think Stanford, should
Which
be in it.
actually, I think ACC definitely has the most right now.
Probably
Because
Stanford, SMU,
Yeah, definitely.
SEC just has Vanderbilt, and the Big 12 just has
Boston College private.
yes. Big 12 just has TCU, and I feel like there's one or two more. Baylor. Is BYU private or is,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. BYU is private because
and
there's
then
still
the Big Ten has Northwestern, and I don't think Purdue is private, or is it?
No, it's public.
It's public. That's Northwestern, and I think that's it. For
USC.
Big Ten. USC. You're right. There's one more.
But yeah,
Anyway,
the ACC definitely has the most
I
private.
like this. Let's
Yeah.
just name all the private.
Yeah, we're just wandering
Yes.
now. We've lost the plot here.
But that's the Mustang Mood kind of has no plot. That's what I like.
Yeah.
About it. And
Mm-hmm.
yes,
That's what I like about
But-
sports in general. There's no plot. It just happens.
it just happens. I'm excited. There's a lot of good sports happening this weekend for SMU. We're playing Arizona Friday night, 7:00 on Fox in the Trust and Wheel Holiday Bowl, 46th annual. Be out there looking for the surf and snowman. I'm actually.
Oh, we got a big basketball game day after that too.
And then we got UNC, who
Yeah.
I was looking on
Basketball's
ESPN
crushing it right now.
projection. We've got a 54% chance of winning that game, and UNC is the 12th ranked team in the country.
I don't know how much to say.
Just-
Just it's as low as 109. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Are,
like,
are either of y'all going?
no, I don't have tickets yet.
I don't either. I'm probably not going, but I'm gonna feel real dumb if I don't go and then we win.
I know. That's why I'm like, man. ESPN says we have a shot. At the top
They probably
15
aren't
team.
offering it anymore, but earlier this month they were offering ideas like you could get 3 tickets for $150, but one of them was UNC,
Yeah,
and that probably was like 120 of that cost.
yeah.
But I kind of wish
I was looking. I think you can get $91
Yeah.
seats on the SMU website. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's a
That's not-
later this week
That's not too bad.
issue to.
And there's bobblehead
Yeah.
game after that. And
Yeah, that's right. Got to finish your
To
SMU
complete the set.
bobblehead
yeah, Wednesday, January 14th.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, anything else?
But yeah.
That's all I got. It's getting late. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah. Well, it's currently 10:30 p.m. as we're recording this, so we better hang it up. But
I got to
Thank
be
you.
at work in 3 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I got to be at work in like 8 or 9 hours. So
thank you for listening to the Mustang Mood podcast. Go to if you like our hats, you can get something similar to it at themustangmood.com. If you like George's shirt, you can't get that at themustangmood.com. That's a sick shirt,
yeah, it's 47 brand. I don't know where it came from though.
but you can get an even cooler Mustang Mood shirt on the website.
You like Comfort Colors shirts? Go
Yeah.
get one.
You just got did you get your polo in?
I did get my polo in, and then I got a stain on it, but I got that out too. So I think it's finally free from the curse.
George. We've been trying to get George a polo for a long time, and the world has been fighting us on it.
But hey, we got there now. Go get yourself a polo too. They're nice.
Awesome. Thanks for listening to the Mustang Mood. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And more than anything, pony up.
That's right.
And God bless.